Morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 264. Please subscribe. We are in our special section, the fifth one of What is the Body? And today's lesson is I am surrounded by the love of God. And just to say that, just to let that sink in, Trixie, just to let that idea sink in, that indeed I am surrounded by the love of God. The love of God is completely enfolding me. And what more could I want? Because when I know that I am surrounded by the love of God, I also know that I have the peace of God within me. There is nothing, no thing that I lack. There is no thing else that I want or desire. I am surrounded by the love of God, and all is provided for me always. So the lesson begins with, Father, this is really beautiful, and this is the prayer portion. Father, you stand before me and behind, beside me, in the place I see myself, and everywhere I go. There are many of our previous lessons that we can see within today's lesson, and everywhere I go, because God goes with me wherever I go. I am always a part of God, and I am never a part from God. You, Father, are in all things I look upon, the sounds I hear, and every hand that reaches for my own. Now, just for the moment to go into our relevant thought, what is the body, which of course we are supposed to be reading every day, every morning. In paragraph 4, it says, the Son of God extends his hand to reach his brother and to help him walk along the road with him. I mentioned this, I'm pretty sure I did yesterday. Hand in hand we go. I love holding hands. It's one of my great pleasures. I love to hold my brother's hand. I love to hold hands. We hold hands when we close my Zoom classes virtually, or in person. We actually join in a circle to hold hands. And every hand that reaches for my own, my brother holds my hand. We go together, hand in hand. In you, Father, time disappears and place becomes a meaningless belief, because time disappears, because it is always the eternal now when I am with my Father. When I am in heaven, there is no time, there is now. And now is the eternal now. It always is. And place, I'm here. I'm here with you, Father. There is no other place I would be. There is no other place I would want to be. I'm surrounded by the love of God. For what surrounds your Son and keeps him safe is love itself. There is no source but this. You are my source, Father. And then we can just go to yesterday's lesson for a moment. Father, your mind created all that is. Your spirit entered into it. Your love gave life to it. There is no source but this. There is no source but the source of my Father. And he breathed life into all living things, because all living things live because of our Father's mind and his will to create for us and with us. There is no source but this, and nothing is that does not share its holiness, that stands beyond your one creation, or without the love which holds all things within itself. I'm surrounded by the love of God. God's love is in everything I see. My holiness envelops everything I see. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. There is no thing that is without my source, without our source, our Creator. Father, your Son is like yourself. We come to you in your own name today. I call upon my Father's name and on my own, and they are one, to be at peace within your everlasting love. God's peace and joy are mine. we go together in quiet holiness to our Father. Hand in hand we go, always knowing that we are safe because we are indeed surrounded by the love of God. We can go back to our very early lessons, in our first 50 lessons, with all of the different God is lessons that, God is my strength, God is my source, God is the light in which I see, God is the love in which I forgive. All of those lessons tell us, and they're in many ways precursors for this, that indeed I am surrounded by the love of God. And then the second part of our lesson today is the text portion, and it says, my brothers, join with me in this today. Hold my hand. Let us all hold hands in this today. This is salvation's prayer. This is our ticket home. This is how we know that we are one. This is how we recognize our oneness. Must we not join in what will save the world along with us? Save this world as we see it in its illusion, in its sinfulness. Save this world that it may yet become what it was meant to be, a mirror of heaven. Love will save the world because it brings us back to our wholeness. I am surrounded by the love of God, and that indeed will save the world. That's it for today. I hope it helped. I had recorded this earlier and then there were lawnmowers, so I felt the need to do it again. So please like, please share, please subscribe. Did I say that? Please comment, please pray. Yes, we have sunflowers again for the moment. And just try to go into that recognition and feel yourself surrounded by the love of God, because in truth, you are. We all are. Namaste.